Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Cardboard Commander. My name is Jerry, and today we are doing episode number 42. Yes, folks, we have done 42 episodes this year, so that is quite a milestone for me. I was hoping we could keep it going, and it seemed to have worked out pretty well, so I'm very happy with the way that has worked out. Hope you guys are having a great day. Happy New Year. We've already got some people in the chat. I want to say hi to Will. How you doing? Happy New Year, buddy. I saw Charles is in here. Hey, Charles. Thanks for stopping by. That's my comment, telling you guys all happy birthday. I mean, happy New Year's. And then Robert's in the house with a happy New Year's. So um hope you guys have been okay. It's been extremely very nice here with the weather. Just got back from Albuquerque. Um, Hey, Nate, how are you, sir? Thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Um, but went to Albuquerque, spent some time. We spent about 10 days there visiting family and just doing all that. Our kids were all there, so that was awesome. Got to see everybody. And yeah, Mike, it was a rough day in Techland today. But this time of year, you've got, one team's going to be happy sitting with the trophy. And unfortunately, this year it's not going to be the Texas Tech Red Raiders, but it was fun. It's been a great year and no regrets, actually. Hey, Christoph, how are you, buddy? Happy New Year. Yeah, so it's been raining a lot of places, right? California, I saw a lot of Washington and Oregon, but Albuquerque, I'll have to say, Christmas Day was 75 degrees. They broke a record. Um, Today it was like 60 here in Arkansas. So yeah, I can't complain. I know it's going to be wintertime soon, but I'm going to hope that it comes a little later. So, hey, happy New Year there, Joe. So today we are going to have our year-end review episode, and we're going to kind of tell you some new things that's going to go on during 2026. We've got some changes coming along. I think you guys are going to be excited to hear. So we're going to try to wrap this up in an hour, but if it goes a little longer, it's not going to hurt my feelings. It just depends on how long you guys want to hang on. So Christoph says they expect snow in Belgium. Looking forward. Yeah, it is nice to have some of the seasons. I just don't want to be snowed in and all that. I know some people get into that. I don't do many winter sports, so I don't. Hey Anthony, how are you, buddy? But so we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about home for the holidays. My Texas Tech Red Raiders. We're going to see what's on the table. Mail call. We're going to talk about our 2025 year in review. We're going to talk about the games played in 2025, which far exceeded my expectations. We're going to talk about our goals for 2026 and just kind of whatever you guys want to chat about. So I've got kind of what I'm going to be doing going into the new year. I'm going to make some changes. For hopefully to keep the content fresh, but B, just to keep me as interested as possible because as some of you know, this creating content can get, I don't want it to become a hard thing to do. So I want to make sure I'm doing it where it's fun to do and keep hanging out. So first of all, I want to say Happy New Year to you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Really do appreciate it. And I'm just humbled by how many people have supported the channel, and we'll go into more numbers when I get to that part. But I just wanted to start off and wish you guys a Happy New Year. And thanks again for all of your support. So again, I went to Albuquerque, got to spend time with my family and friends. We got to have our kids all together for the first time in 4 years. Just had a really good time. So I hope you guys had a good holiday. I hope you got to spend it with family and friends. And I have to say I was very, very happy. And we got to, like I said, really, really enjoyed our time. We celebrated Jamie's 50th birthday while we were there. So we had a big birthday party. Yeah, so it was just fun times. Got to see a lot of family. So we mentioned this earlier. Texas Tech, they slumped a little bit today. Did not play very well. I will say the defense played very well, but you can't win at this level if everybody's not clicking. But do want to thank the Texas Tech Red Raiders because they gave us a great year and it was actually fantastic. Really enjoyed the football season. So what do we got on the table? So I've got Italy 43 back there, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a more playthrough on that tomorrow. I've got Trench Raid again on the table just because it's easy to play and it's fun and easy to do. I'm getting ready to play Imperial Tide on Vassal with with somebody who watches the podcast. So we're going to be playing Imperial Tide. If you guys have not played this game, it is awesome. They've updated the Vassal module, so really looking forward to playing this coming up in the next couple of weeks. Jester in the house, yeah. I like I said, everybody. The only person going to be happy by the end of this is the one hoisting the trophy. And I will say, after watching some of the games, that Indiana team looks really, really good. Oregon looked good too, but Indiana looks really good. So I'm going to play some Imperial Tide on Vassal. So really looking forward to getting that on the table. And then Christoph and I are going to play something. I think we decided to play Traces of Hubris, or which one did we decide to play, Christoph? You let me know. But I know we're going to be playing something this week, in fact. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing it won't be a live, but I'm going to record it. And we'll go over it when we get done. Christoph's a little camera shy with the live stuff. So yeah, Traces of Hubris. So if I can talk him into doing it live, then we will. But if not, that's totally understandable too. But that's what I got currently on the table. What do you guys got on the table? What are you playing? I know Jester's got a ton of games on the table. I saw Nate. I think Nate from Command Post was playing. I saw something he played last week that was very interesting. I know that Imperial Allergy, I think, or however you say it. I think that's one of the games that looks really, really interesting. But yeah, so that's what I've got on the table right now. Mail call, folks, look at this. As you guys know, I love me some Solitaire Area Movement Series games. So Berlin came in. It came in over the holidays. I have not even taken it out of the shrink wrap. So it's still got the nice glossy shrink wrap. So we'll be doing an unboxing of this in the next week. And then I will be getting this on the table as well. But really looking forward to playing this. And I do know that some people were hesitant to buy it because they're afraid the series is all the same. And we're going to talk about that a little later. But but yeah, I just want to let you know, Berlin came in, very psyched about that. Looks like Mike is playing oh man, I really want to get that game. That looks really, really good. Are you playing it with somebody, Mike, or are you playing it solo, just both sides? How's that work? And I just that's one game I'm very interested in. Looks like Charles is playing some miniature armor. So I will say, Charles, that I love the idea of miniatures. I just don't like the idea of buying all the miniatures and having to paint and all that. I am horrible at that. So I'll live vicariously through you guys who like to do that. Nate's been playing Roma Victrix. Yeah, so that looks really cool. Are you going to do a playthrough on that or maybe do a video on that, Nate? That would be really cool. It's a little out of my wheelhouse, so I'd like to see it played before I decided to take the plunge. Jester, I almost got this in Albuquerque, so I have to say it was there was a bunch of people playing it at this cafe, and they had a ball playing this. And I know Anthony, who lives here in Arkansas, he's a big Memoir 44 guy. I have to say this Battle of Hoth was really cool looking. It looked very, very neat. And maybe you and I can play this. I don't know if there's a module for it. That'd be a nice game to play against each other there, Jester. Let's see, Christoph, I have Wolfpack on the table again. So we're going to talk about that. So I have Wolfpack right back here. We'll talk about that now. So Wolfpack. This is going to come up later in my talking about my games too. So this is one of the games that I feel have neglected because I haven't played it. And I don't know whether it was the first time I opened the box and it was a little intimidating, which I don't know why it was. But I'm really going, and we're going to go into this later into the show too. I'm going to really make an effort to play this, and I know we're going to. I know we need to get. Mike said he would help me through it. So did Gesture. So I mean, I want to get everybody. I want to play it, and I feel bad. I mean, I'll be honest with everybody. I feel bad, and I'm really looking forward to getting more of it on the just getting it out there and playing it. I've got to just stop having this thing about it for some reason, and so I'm just, like I said, I mean, the components and everything are amazing. I just need to dive in and get it out there. But Mike, I promise, early Q1 of 2026 I will be breaking this out and playing, and so stay tuned for that. But again, I apologize because it's one of those games that have been sitting here, and I got it for free because I won it on the show, and I just need to get it on the table. So no more excuses for me. I'll be getting Wolfpack on the table relatively soon. But thanks, Christoph, for bringing that to my attention. Let's see. I will have mine tomorrow. What is that? Your blend copy will be coming tomorrow, Robert. I'm playing it, so you would like to check it out. Yeah, Mike, that it looks really good. I like the components of it too. Okay, solo, good. I like the components of it too. It looks really good. I've been looking at some of the stuff online. Charles, yeah. Yeah, I can't do it, Charles. I can't die. If I was going to play any miniature wargaming, it would be naval wargaming. I think that I've always been intrigued by that a little bit, or it'd be the World War One dogfighting miniatures. That looks really cool too. I will check this. Yeah, man, if there's a mod for it, Gesture, I would love to duke that out with you. That'd be great. Oh, nice. Yeah, and I should have got it. They had it on sale for like $35 at this game store for the holidays, and I should have picked it up. And then again, all these you're losing me here with all the miniature talk there, Charles. It's I'd have to have you paint everything for me. So I also have, I'm not even going to pretend how to say that, is coming to the tabletop, my game of 2020. So what's that game about, Gesture? Tell me what that's about. Oh, wow, Mr. President. Yeah, so I missed that show for Stuka because he always gives out some great stuff. I would love to. So I've got this on Steam and I'm doing the beta thing on it. I would like to play that game, but boy, I hear it's really hard to set up, kind of like I Napoleon. So I wish that they would do the Steam version of I Napoleon as well, because I think that would be awesome. Berlin, okay, good. Oh, okay, there you go. See, you got ships, you got everything over there. And hey, happy New Year. And then yeah, Charles, I won't say I don't have the time. It's just I don't have the talent, man. It takes some skill to get that little painting stuff going on. And man, I have to say I sucked at arts and crafts when I was a kid, and I don't think it's going to get any better now that I'm 60 years old. So standalone game from the Chip Theory Games that uses card. Well, we need to check that out. I guess I need to check that out and see what that is. All right. Yeah, I need to check that out. So Paul's in the house. Happy 2026, Paul. How are you, buddy? Okay, so I guess we'll get back to what we were talking about. Yeah, me too, buddy. I have no painting talent whatsoever. I can barely draw a stick figure. So, all right. So we're going back. So again, I got Berlin. Ooh, still in the wrap, but we'll be doing an unboxing of that as well coming up. All right. So now we are headed. Charles, what do you say here, buddy? Well, I guess that's the thing too, right? Is the problem is you see all these guys on the internet, all these social media guys who paint miniatures and they look amazing. Yeah, that just wouldn't be me. So we're going to talk about the Zone of Control podcast for a little bit. So I remember when I started this, I was only going to do a half an hour. I didn't think I would have enough interest or content to do more than a half an hour. Well, that lasted for about 10 episodes. And then I had people telling me that I needed to do more. And to be honest with you, when I went to an hour, my subscribers increased tremendously at the show, and I have a lot more people coming to watch the show. So that was one of the things I learned is people like that hour threshold. Try not to do more than that unless I've got a guest or something on. But like tonight, I know I'm not competing with anybody, so I'm just going to go as long as you guys want to hang out and do that sort of thing. But we're going to kind of let's see, a couple states of siege games. Yeah, I like some state of siege games a lot. I really do. So, all right. So we're going to talk about this year alone. I've increased to 1,870 subscribers. So I started the year off at 250, or I'm sorry, 150. So I've had a nice increase in subscribers, which is always good. I've done a lot of videos. Now, a lot is all relative compared to like Gesture and people like that. But I've done 274 videos on this channel, 7.2 100 watch hours, and I've had 104,000 views in the last 365 days, which blows my mind. So just want to thank you guys for all the support. I will be redoing some of these videos. So my top 10 solitaire war games, I will be doing a 2025 version of that. In fact, that's in the cooker, and I have some new games that are on that. So that'll be coming out soon. The other top series I've done is it seems like everybody likes to know what my top 10 Avalon Hill, GMT, and Compass games are. So we'll be doing that with some other companies as well. So if you got any ideas what you'd like to see, just let me know. And then we'll have some more of my favorite. I'm going to go over my favorite war games that I played in 2025. They may not be new in 2025, but games that I played in 2025. So I'll be doing some other stuff. But man, I just want to really thank you guys for everything, for all the support. I know Gesture, Nate, guys that were at the war room, they really helped support me, had me on the show. Hexy, Big Board Gaming always mentions me. So I just really, Ruff always mentions Stuka Joe. So really do appreciate all the support from all those people. And I'm humbled by it. So we've done 42 episodes. So as you noticed, or I don't know if you did or not, we've changed the presentation for next year. I want to keep it changing so people don't feel the same thing. I have gotten a lot of feedback. People seem to really enjoy the way I do the presentation and the way I do the graphics and everything. So I'll continue doing that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Like I said, you guys are the ones that have really kind of launched me going forward. Very supportive, and I really do appreciate it because you guys really made it. After I was on the show, really increased big time, and I really do thank you guys for that. Maybe I can get on the command post next. I do love watching you guys do that too. It's a good mix. Tony's a good fix. And then I'm trying to get Jester. In fact, I'm going to be reaching out to him. I'd like to have him on as a guest host maybe once a month or so to have a topic and kind of a dueling topics thing. So I'm going to be talking to him about that, send him an email. So keep a look in on your inbox there, Jester. But yeah, so I'm going to be redoing the presentation, but I'm going to keep the same kind of format. I just I'll change up the graphics and all that. I know some people say I'm very World War II centric, which I am because that's what I play a lot of. We're going to try to get a little better with that in 2026. So games played in 2025. So first of all, I completed all of my War Game 10 challenge. So I want to. I'm very happy about that because I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to. So thank you. With that being said, I played 39 games in 2025, which to me is pretty incredible. I knew I had a lot of games on the table, and I played things going back and forth. And I may leave something on the table for a couple days, or I may leave it on for a couple weeks. It just depends. I started the year off with RAF, which is still one of my favorite games ever. I got the new copy, or new to me. I had the old version of RAF. I got the new copy, and that's what kicked off my year. Phil Commander Patton. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm anxious to hear what people say about that. Um, I played, out of all the games, I played Stalingrad, so I really like the solitaire system. You guys know that. So I played Manila. Trench Raid's been fantastic. Paths of Glory, I could play that all the time. And now that it's on Rally the Troops, I'm even playing it more. Global War, Jeff Davis, I played. I like both of those games. Malta Besieged, I love that game, and I'm going to be playing that again soon. I played Cells, which was a Battle of the Bulge solo game, which I'm glad I picked up for like $15. It was dirt cheap. Traces of Hubris, Traces of War, you guys know, VUCA fanboy right here. I love their games. I need to get with Gesture. He said that he had Not Paris, and I would like to get that from him if he was going to actually sell it. I played Shiloh and Antietam, both Worthington games for the Civil War. I've got the World War II Battle of Bulge and Market Garden. If you guys remember, Gesture beat me because he could tell there was a little connection in the board that I did not see. I played Command and Color Napoleonics, and I actually have that on P500 now. They're adding all the modules together with that, and I have went ahead and ordered that. So my poor wife is going to get stuck with all the sticker duty because, again, I suck at that sort of thing. I played a Gesture Robin Hood with Gesture, which was a game that I probably would have never played, but I'm really glad I did. Combat Commander, you guys know I play that a lot. Played War at Sea with Gesture. That was cool. I played Imperial Tide. Imperial Tide I played actually 5 or 6 times. Really do like that game. I played Pacific Tide, Oskregg, Western Front Ace was on the table a long, long time. Hands down, probably the best wargaming experience, solo experience I had this year. It was awesome. British Tank Ace I've been playing. It was good. Salerno 43, Normandy 43, Italy 43, Normandy 44, sorry. All those Seminich games, I love those things and have those played. Black Flight, Tally Ho, played that. Really, Thomas does a great job with his games. EA Kharkov, love that game. Want to get back on the table. I played I Napoleon, Take Cover. Lamps Are Going Out, which is fantastic. That was a game that Nate actually sold me on. I went and got it. Great War Commander. I played it a couple times. I'm trying to play it some more. Gesture got me on that. I played Breakout Normandy, which I love. If you guys have not played Breakout Normandy, it's a great game. And then Combat 3, I ordered. I have not played it. I looked at the rules, set it up, have not played it yet, and then returned to Corregidor. So 39 games. I have to say I'm very happy. But here you go. This will put things in perspective. Gesture did 689. Half of those videos were beating you and get, oh my gosh. That's true, Gesture, but 689 games, that's crazy. So if we did the math, that's almost, so 10, that's about 60 games a month. That's crazy. And, yeah, so thanks for shaming me with my 39 games there, Gesture. I'm just kidding. That's amazing, Gesture. Let's see, I'll bring my lap over. Yeah, sure. I would love to set you up. In fact, you don't even have to do that. I can get you on, we'll get on a call and I can walk you through it. It's not difficult and it's much easier to go through. Wayne's in the house. Oh, hey, so Wayne, I guess I might as well announce that now. Wayne will be on the show later in the month in January. So stay tuned. We'll be talking. He doesn't know what we're going to be talking about. Kind of doing it like we did with Hexy and Wardrobe. I'm going to kind of ask him some general questions and then kind of put his feet to the fire. He's not a big compass guy, so I want to know why he's not a big compass guy. And then we're just going to talk war games. So stay tuned for that. I'll be putting out some more content on that when everybody, so we can see when that's going to go on. So yeah, I think I got some good games on there, Wayne. It's I like playing some, and the good thing is I've really been concentrating on trying to play. I haven't bought a lot of new games, so I'm just playing what I have on my shelf, and I've been really happy with that. So oh, okay. So you only have 446 game sessions. Okay, that makes me feel much better, Gesture. But yeah, Gesture, I don't know how you do it, buddy. You're a machine when it comes to that stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to having Wayne. Our gaming styles differ, and I think that's going to be part of the fun of the show. Because some of the things he likes, I'm not a big fan of, and some of the things I like, I know he's not a big fan of. So it'll be kind of fun to see how that goes back and forth. Of new being a contract makes it worse, but sometimes yeah, so I like playing new games, and I don't mind going out and getting new games. But I made a couple years ago, I really made an assertive effort not to be a collector. And look, if you're a collector, there's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'd rather play the games that I have. And so if I don't play them, I get rid of them. In fact, I'm getting ready to, if I may do that on the show too, I may just have a show of what I'm going to be selling, which could be some surprise. I'm going to be getting rid of some old Avalon Hill stuff that I don't play any longer, that I've just had kind of a sentimental hold on. Um, so yeah, I may do a show on that just to show you guys what I'll be purging. All right. My favorite publishers, and this is just who I've been playing a lot of. So you guys know I'm a VUCA fan, big time. Love me some VUCA. I think they are right now my favorite publisher out there. Their games are great. Their components are top notch. They're very, very high on my list. I'm a big fan of MMP. I play a lot of starter kit. I like some of their games, so I play a lot of MMP. Revolution. I have a lot of Revolution games on my shelf. I love their stuff. I need to think about getting into their Civil War, but I don't know. So this American Civil War thing's hard because once you get into a system, I feel you kind of need to stay with that system. Otherwise, you just get kind of overwhelmed and you don't really become proficient at it. I'm not sure. I did order Days of Gettysburg 3. I think that's a GBACW. That's probably crunchier than I want to get, but Hexy and Wardrobe and Ross kind of got me into that, and I'm thinking that if I can play with them and learn how to play, it might be good. I'm really looking like Flying Pig. We're going to talk about more about them later. Flying Pig is going to be on my table a lot in 2026. Compass, I love Compass games. I know some people aren't fans of them, but I love Compass games, and I like the way they redo some of the older stuff. Just because it's kind of funny here, Jester, when you mentioned that. I kind of was falling into that thing of saying, well, you have to have new games for people to really want to watch. I'll be honest with you, the games that get the most views for me are some older titles, like my Avalon Hill stuff. When I played, and when I say older titles, things that have been in the last 5-6 years. I think a lot of people just, they have these games and they like to see them played. I do buy newer games, but I don't have the fear of missing out for the most part. I usually wait to see and look, Stuka Joe and Grant from Pushing Cardboard talked about this. Unboxings really help me decide what game I want to buy because I can see what the games are and see what they look like. And then playthroughs help me, where I'll go and go look at and again, the playthroughs, at least I can kind of see what the game does and how it works and what the technique. I'm not looking at tactics, that sort of thing. But for the most part, I'm looking to see how the game mechanics work and that sort of thing. Of course, played a lot of GMT games, and then Worthington. And Worthington, folks, I really like Worthington games. And then Neva has really become. There's a couple Neva things that. So we'll talk about that. I played Iwo Jima while I was in Albuquerque. Little short and great travel game. So really did appreciate that about this game. But one of the things I liked about this game is look at the little bags that they come with. So they come with their own little chit bags. And even in the instructions, when they tell you where to put the chits, they tell you what color of bag to put them in. So how cool is that? These are other dice that I use for a sports game. But yeah, I really enjoyed playing Iwo Jima. I'm going to be doing a playthrough of this. I love the rule book was great. Let me show you. That's the wrong one. Let's go to this one. The rule book is a nice little smaller rule book. Really good to hang out. Oh, there's the little bags that they give you. Really kind of cool. But the rule book's not very extensive, easy to learn how to play. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I like you can play it a lot because of how random it is and how everything's done. But I have to say, Neva War Games has really. I've got Sea and Steel too. I need to get Ed out on the table, and they're doing another game for Crete, which I love that campaign. So I'm looking forward to that. But again, Neva's kind of turned into one of my favorites for 2025. So yeah, I've been playing. Now I do know I need to play probably. I've heard people say great things about Legion War Games. Again, we've had the conversation about Lock and Load. I got burned by them years ago, and I guess it still won't get out of my head. But also, the only thing that I think I would like to play from Lock and Load is their tactical system. And I don't know if I want to get into another tactical. So here's my thing. I wouldn't mind getting into one more tactical. I'm going to play ASL forever, right? But do I want to get old school tactical? Do I want to get last 100 yards, Panzer Grenadier, Lock and Load? There's so many tactical series out there that I don't want to. If I get one, I just want to get one more. And because, again, I think that you have to dive into it. I hear old school tactical is really cool. So tell me what you guys think. What tactical game system would you recommend? Yeah, Worthington, they do a great job, and I really like the stuff that they that they put out. Look, GMT does amazing stuff, and GMT. The thing I love about GMT is you know what you're going to get from them. There's no surprises. I love GMT. Some of my favorite games are from there. The Seminage series, Combat Commander. Games from American companies. Yeah, and so that's good too. And I've had a lot of people too. They say they like watching the games being played. Even look, I'm playing Italy 43, and I goofed up the first turn already, so I'm going to redo that. But it's what I really like about this community is, for the most part, people will let you know when you made a mistake, but they're not jerks about it. Wayne has commented on some of my videos. I love being when people say, "Hey, you don't have 428, you missed this or you did that." As long as it's constructive and it's done in good taste, I have no problem. I'm never going to be one to think that I know all the rules to all the games. So as long as people are nice about it, I have no problem with people telling me. Jerry, you can sit down and play Lock and Load Tactical. So I have heard that the Steam version is pretty close to the box game version. So maybe I need to do that. Another company I haven't bought a game from is DVG. I've heard some good, but I've heard a lot more bad about that company. So I don't know if I want to take the dive into that at all. But again, that's just hearsay. I just haven't done it. So Panzer, yeah. So I had Panzer. I had all the modules, and I have to say, Robert, I was the opposite. I was not blown away by it. I still love playing ASL a whole bunch better than I did that. I like the components in Panzer, but man, there's a lot of crunch in Panzer, and the way that everything's laid out, it was kind of odd to like. I watched the playthroughs with Ruff and Tony, and you got to play that game a lot to get it down. And I don't know if I'm willing to put that much time into it. Again, I love the components. And I think ASL to me is just one of those games. I played Squad Leaders in 1978. It's just one of those things that I've just really loved playing. Yeah, and Gesture, I agree. It was a lot of work. And look, I know people out there saying, "Look, you play ASL, it's a lot." I actually play starter kit now, so it's a lot less work. But I don't know. Panzer just never hit it right for me for some reason. I love the components. It looks great, but yeah, it just never did it for me for some reason. And that, that's why we play war games, right? Is there's so many options out there. But those are kind of some of my favorite publishers. So tell me who I'm missing. Um, tell me who I overrate. Tell me who I underrate. Flying Pig Games has really become one of my favorites too. Uh, A, because they got the great logo, but B, they put out great stuff. I do know that Blue Panther puts out good stuff too. I do like um, their stuff. I've been happy with theirs. Um, yeah, Robert, it's kind of funny. For years, that's all I played for the most part. And one day I realized that it was just monopolizing my time for my gaming. And so I sold everything. And I mean, I had every module, I had everything. And I sold it in one fell swoop. And about 5 years later, I was like, well, I wouldn't mind getting back into it, but I didn't want to dive into it. And Starter Kit has just really fixed that itch for me. I played probably a game of Starter Kit a week, and it does it just fine for me. It gives me enough crunch. I like the tactical part of it, but I don't have to, you know, I don't have to dive 100% all in and spend all my time reading rule books and that sort of thing. So, some 2026 goals, things that I want to accomplish in 2026. And again, part of these are it's trying to keep the channel, I want to keep people coming back to the channel. I love doing the podcast, so but I also want to make sure I'm doing things that I want to do. So because I think that you can see the genuine if I'm just playing stuff to play stuff, you guys will be able to see right through that. And that's why there's certain games that I don't play. I would play. So if I was going to play a role-playing game, I would want to play Traveler. I don't know why, but I would want to play Traveler if I was going to play a role-playing game. I've never played any Ancients games because it just seems like I read Ancient stuff, and it just seems like a line slams into another line and maybe throw in some elephants or something. And I know there's more to it than that. Roman Empire, I know Nate's going to have a heart attack. I can't get into it. It's hard for me to get into coin games just because I don't have enough. I always tell people I don't have enough friends to play coin game because you got to have 4 people to play. I would love to play Fire in the Lake. That would be one of my favorites if I was going to do that. So there's certain things that I just don't play that I probably am missing out on. I am going to try to branch out a little bit in that aspect, and we're going to talk about that a little bit too. But here's what I would like to accomplish in 2026. So play more games from my shelf. So basically, I want to look at I want to get things that are on my shelf, and I want to play the games that I have on my shelf. So Combat 3 is one of those. I want to make sure that I can take a look at that. I want to make sure that I'm playing Wolfpack. You guys all saw that. I feel so bad. If I ever met Mike Bettercelli in real life, I would feel so bad because he has gone out of his way to do everything he could to help me with Wolfpack, and I just haven't followed up. So I'm really going to jump into that and really make sure that we. Hey, Joe, how are you, buddy? I haven't seen Mr. Sokol here hook me up with a few games. He just sent them to me out of the blue, so I really want to thank him for that. Plus, he rides a really cool motorcycle, so that's how I know Joe is from the motorcycle side of things. Or Ray, sorry, Joe, Ray's his brother. He's got so many brothers and everything. I get them mixed up. Jester says Command and Color Ancients give you way more than line. Yeah, and maybe that's the case. Maybe I just need to get into that. It's good seeing you too, buddy. Happy New Year. So I'm really gonna try to play more of stuff on my shelf. I mean, looking back, I would really like I said, I want to play Combat 3. It's on the I've got it out. Assault on Gallipoli looks really good. I want to get it out. I want to play a lot more of the Great War series because I really like that series as well. What's Mike say? I have one goal for 20, and that is to make it to 26. Mike, it's funny that you say that, and so I don't want to get too morbid here while we're talking. But the older I get, so I'm 60 years old. I heard a guy the other day say, I just turned 60 years old, and that means I only have 15 summers left. And if you think about it, now I know some people have more than that, some people, but the average age of an American male is 75 to 78. So I'm thinking to myself, man, I have 15 summers to ride as much motorcycles as I can ride, Jeep as much as I can Jeep, hike and camp as much as I can camp, play war games as much as I can. Um, so that's why everybody says, "Oh, you never slow down. You're always doing stuff." I'll slow down in years when I have to, but Mike, you're right. It's just good making it to the next year, but hopefully, knock on wood, we can keep going there. Everybody, I think we're all in the same boat, right? I've heard bad things about Combat 3. Supposedly, the scenarios are dull as if they weren't play tested. Of course, I didn't find that out. Yeah, so it's funny because I've heard that too. But again, I don't have anything to go up against it with. I was trying to stay away from this series, but again, I love Arnhem. I love that campaign. So it was one of those things that I wanted to make sure that I that I was doing that. But yeah, I'll get it out and see. I mean, worst comes to worst, I sell it, and Jester. So I'm turned 60 in April. So this talk, yeah, Jester. I have a great life. I'm not doom and gloom by any means. But I mean, realistic side, I'm going to take it all in as much as I can, to be honest with you. And man, so one thing you've noticed in this talk, Nate's probably the youngest guy in this chat. Us war gamers are getting older and older. So that's part of my game. That's part of my first focus is playing games that I have on the shelf. We're going to spend a little time here doing this. So I want to so I've caught myself setting up a game, rushing through it, play a game, and then put it back on the shelf to get another game out. And I've started to realize I'm probably missing out a little bit on that. So what I'm going to do, what one of my main goals is I'm going to deep dive into games. And what I mean about that is I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read the rules, I'm going to get the game on the table, and I'm going to play it. And not just play it, not play the short scenario, not play it one time. I want to get it up and play it and learn the intricacies of the game. And so, yeah, poor Nate. He's one of these guys. He's got to be. Why am I hanging out with all these boomers? I just don't understand it. And yeah, Wayne, you look like you're a youngster too. And but so that's what. So one of the things I'm going to do is one of the ones I'm going to dive into is Rocket Chickamauga and Afir. I'm going to play both of these games. Look, I guess one of the reasons I love this is I love the Spiral rulebook. I wish more games had Spiral rulebooks. I don't know why people don't fight and clamor. I don't know why they don't to have Spiral rulebooks. But I am going to jump into this and make sure I want to get it on the table. I want to play, a bunch of the scenarios, and I want to have it set up. So that's going to be one of the ones I want to dig into. But the main one I want to dig into is this Empire of the Sun. So I have read a lot about it. I have just never sat down and really played it. And Mark Herman has been so gracious at saying, Jerry, just call me. Let's set up something. I'll walk you through it. I think I'm a little intimidated because the guy's Mr. Everything when it comes to Empire of the Sun. I feel like I'd be boring him to death. But I know he's a nice guy. I know he wouldn't think that. But let's see. Gesture says, right. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure that I'm doing that. Viper Dave is in the house. So Empire of the Sun, as you guys can tell, I have never even opened the cards. So I'm going to be doing that. I've been watching a few videos. And but I'll be digging into this, and I'll be setting it up and playing some scenarios and doing some of that. But I really want to get the in-depth part of some of these games. This thing's been sitting on my shelf for years, and I've never played it. And it's just kind of, I don't know. I just feel like I haven't done it justice. And I know some people say it's extremely crunchy. Um, I guess so, but I think part of it is just not taking the time to learn it and not taking the time to fully understand it. I think that's the problem, right? Is just not fully understanding the game and playing it. There's so much stuff out there for. I mean, look, I haven't even. It's never even been punched. It's just sitting here, and I want to really make sure I get out of that. So, Empire of the Sun is going to be one that I'm going to deep dive in. I'm also going to deep dive any like Mark's. I want to play Stalingrad. I just got it. Mark Simmons is Stalingrad. I want to make sure I dive into it a little bit. I would also like to, I would like to get into some more of the Civil War stuff. I do know that I guess Revolution Games has a nice Civil War system, so I'll be doing that. I do want to dive into Wolfpack again. Sorry, Mike. Yeah, so that's kind of my goal there. Let's see what we got to say in the chat here. Yeah, and the thing is, I think the part of it is you can get to learn more about the game. And yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I don't finish playthroughs that often because I think my thing is I try to get some of my best videos have been playthroughs where I just do one or two turns. I finish the game on my own, but I think that for me personally, I don't know if people want to see 5 or 6, 7 videos of me playing the same game. Maybe I'm wrong, but I usually play a couple turns, 2 or 3, 4 turns, and then I finish it up on my own. That's just me though. Yeah, it is a shame. And okay, yeah, I'm all about that. I'm also a deep diver, keep the game on the table. Yeah, and so I really need to do that, Christoph. Like I said, that's another one of my goals that I'm really trying to achieve. I would also, so another goal that I have is I would what's this? Oh, that's me. Why is that on there? Okay. I'm also a deep diver, keep the game on the table for a while. And what am I wrong about, Mike? And then let's see, what's this? Yeah, you know what? If you come here looking for grammatical things being said correctly, yeah, I'm not the right place for that. You should know that by now, knowing me. I butcher names all the time. You should see me when I'm start talking about French names in some of these games. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, and I do like reading books and then playing games about the campaigns I'm doing. I'm reading a bunch of Crete stuff again now. I don't know why that campaign has me hooked for some reason, but it does. So going forward, I want to continue playing in the Combat Commander ladder, which is great. About the playthrough. So you think people want to see Jerry talk about the same game for 5 or 6 videos? I mean, I've never had anybody say, "Hey, stop making them." I guess personally, I just figured people get tired of watching me play a game. But maybe I'm wrong. I do know that I get a lot of people that comment on it. So maybe I just need to play them through and go through. Maybe I'll try that. In fact, Italy 43, I'd really like to do that. I'm going to have to start over again, which I'm going to have to do soon. And that's another thing too. I think people don't care if you start over. If you make a mistake, and say, "Hey, I got to play. I got to play it over too." So that's good feedback. I'll think about doing that, and hopefully I can do that with Italy 43. I may start with that. So I know British Tank Ace Ted Brayton is going to be doing a campaign of that on Facebook, which I love. He does a great thing with Western Front Ace and American Tank Ace. I will be playing a lot more ASL Starter Kit because I've gotten in with a group of 3 or 4 people that are playing that. Terrible Swift Sword's great. I love I have played that. It's been a long time. But yeah, that's a great. I think you would really like the this series, the Swan series of Civil War games. I think the command part of it is the most interesting, and it's also very easy, which I'm kind of looking forward to playing. We need to get together. Like I said, maybe on one of these motorcycle things, I'll bring a game, and we'll be able to do that. Yeah. So, Christoph, you know my thoughts on Fields of Fire. I bought the original Fields of Fire, and the rule book was awful, and it just left a bad taste in my mouth. And I know the new one is supposed to be a whole lot better. And I've watched playthroughs. I'm just not convinced yet, so I'm going to hold off, and I'm going to hold off on that. And hey, William, glad you're here, buddy. I don't think you missed anything. Just been sitting here ranting and raving about things. So again, I just want to make sure I'm playing more of the latter games, playing more stuff on Vassal, which helps out. So I would like to say, so here's, I guess you guys would like to see this slide probably. So one of the things I want to do is I want to play more face-to-face, either with Vassal or Discord or in person. So it's kind of funny. I have a friend here in town. Well, he's not in town. He's 20 minutes down the road. He plays ASL starter kit, and we play Vassal all the time. He always has an excuse not to play face-to-face, and it drives me crazy. We're within 10 minutes of each other. I would love to get together and play face-to-face, meet in the middle, but he just seems very, I don't know. But my goal is to do that. I want to play a lot more games. That's why Christoph and I are going to start playing. I know Jester and I have. We're gonna play. Keep our game system going on. So I just want to make sure that I'm finding people to play with that do that. My unasked for advice: make the videos you want to make. Yeah, and that's what I've kind of done with some of the playthroughs is but again, I've been very surprised because I didn't think people would want to listen to me for more than 20 minutes at a time, and the hour videos seem to go fly by, and people really enjoy them. I've gotten, this chat, we've had 40, 45 people in here. It's one of those things, and again, I want to make sure I keep it. One of the things that I get great comments about is that I keep it genuine, right? And yeah, absolutely, Nate. One of the things that people laugh about is if you notice, I don't play a lot of BCS, OCS. I don't have a lot of those big monster games. And the reason being is I don't know if I want to learn that much into the game. I'd rather play. I really like medium complexity games. Now, I do play some of the more crunchy things, but to me, like the 40 series games, that's about as crunchy as I want to get. Paths of Glory is fine, but ASL starter kit's about as crunchy as I want to get. Not that I wouldn't play anything crunchier, but then I still think you have to devote a certain amount of time to that. And I got so many different hobbies. I just want to play the games that I want to play, and I know some people. I have to laugh because some people who I really respect in this hobby that have channels, they kind of poo-paw medium type games. And again, it's just, I'm just going to stay honest to myself. Right. So yeah. And that's the truth. That's the community part. And I've learned this from the War Room was I really enjoyed watching, in Command Post and all that. I love the banter in the chat almost as much as I like the podcast. So I really do appreciate the fact that you guys come in and you all have this discussion, and it's kind of cool. So my next goal would be 5,000 subscribers. I think that would be kind of cool. I have another YouTube channel on a different topic, and we have about that many subscribers. It's just one of the goals I want to have. I am going to have one guest per month on the podcast. And so I'm really working hard. So I did get a lot of feedback, and people said that they'd prefer not to have a guest every week, and unless I had one co-host. So that's why I wouldn't mind. I think I'm going to get with Jester and see if he wants to come on once a month, and we'll just call it. Well, we'll find a name for it and call it something. But then I also want to have like one other guest on the podcast per month. So like Wayne for January, I want to have, I need to reach out to Mike. I could probably have him on. I would love to have him on. Just somebody to just banter with a little bit. But so yeah, stay tuned. You'll see more about that. More live stream playthroughs with opponents. So I really would like to be able to play where two of us get together and we play while we're online with a playthrough. I think that would be kind of interesting. I love doing that with Gesture. Some of the most fun I have, even if I'm losing to him every once in a while. But lately, I've seemed to have the best part of him. So, but again, it's just that's one thing I want to get into. Hey, man, that would be great. I saw that place, and it looks amazing. I'll bring the games if you want to meet me there. That would be fantastic. Which can be a pain. That's true, Jester. I would watch older games for sure. Yeah, and that's why I like doing some of the older stuff too. I have thought about doing, picking a older series and diving into that as well. I love Upfront. I really like playing that game, and that's another one I think is a lot of fun to play that stands the test of times. So, and then, like I said, I would like to also be a guest on a couple more podcasts. I love seeing how other people do things, and Stuka Joe has really helped me out. Hexy. So I'd like to be on some other podcasts just because it's kind of cool seeing what they put out and how they do things. Yeah, I think that would be great. It's just one of those, as you know, Jester, weekly's kind of tough. I have just way too many hobbies going on. But that's why I like playing that once a month where we have a shootout and that sort of thing. I like that. I'm going to be an ass for a minute. I have more subscribers than most of you guys, and I've never touched a Monster War game. Trust me, play what you want. Yeah, and again, the subscriber part's not. I just want to build the community up a little more. I will say my website gets a lot of traffic. I'm actually I've got a Discord that's actually catching some fire. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, I have no misconceptions about. I'm not trying to get rich off YouTube or anything like that. I just love the community, and I love war games, and that's why I like doing the channel. And so the more subscribers I can have, the merrier. That would be great. Starting tomorrow night with one of my buddies. Oh, cool. Are you going to play? You're going to be online. So what kind of game is it, Jester? What are you going to play? And then I will also be doing a thing. So I get up very early. My wife goes to work early in the morning, so I'm up really early. So I am going to start doing a little thing called Coffee Encounters. And that is going to be on Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. And it'll be a half an hour, and it's just be me having my morning coffee, which I do every morning anyhow, and talking about war games, things that are historic related, any of that sort of thing. So this Tuesday will be the first one. Will be Coffee Encounters. Again, half an hour before I really have to start my day. I'll enjoy a cup of coffee. So if you guys want to join me, put that in your thing. I'll put some more stuff out on that too. But that's going to be something that I want to do in the morning. And I don't know how many people are going to be up that early, but we'll see how that goes. Still figuring out which game on BGA to play. Not sure which game we're going to start. Oh, and also another goal I have is I would like to go to a convention where we could play. I just the biggest thing is I would love to go to either Compasses or GMTs or MMP stuff. It's just everything's so far away. All you East Coast guys are lucky you're back there. I'm in the middle of the country. It's a jaunt for me to go over there. If I could find somebody to share, maybe we do that. Mr. Sokol, is maybe we meet someplace and we share a room at a gaming convention. That would be great. No, it'll be 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, so 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Arkansas, so it'd be 7 o'clock my time. Hexy's in the house. Hey, Hexy, we've been talking about you, so hopefully your ears aren't burning too badly. But again, and part of the reason I love doing this podcast is the people that I've met. Watching Hexy and Wardrobe and Ross and those guys, and watching Gimpy and Big Board Gamer, and it's just been Stuka Joe, Jester, Nate and everybody. It's just been fun to. I've never met these guys, but it seemed like I would love to. That you could easily see yourself hanging out with them, having a beer and playing some games, and so that's yeah, actually we're talking ship to ship combat. So it's that's one thing I just love about this community is it seems like you just 7 a.m. Central. Yep, that'll be so coffee encounters. Like I said, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to be drinking my coffee, and we'll talk about war games or history or something to do with the hobby. But we'll see what that's going through. So Hexy. Let's see, Christoph, about 3,000 miles or so. Yeah, Christoph, you and I probably aren't going to be able to hook up anytime soon, I wouldn't think. I'm selling my land war. Yeah, see, Hexy, I thought that's what you were going to do. I knew that you were going to, I hear you don't want to play any more Civil War games, so you're just going to kind of go on from there. Oh, so Hexy, you will be happy with me, is I decided I'm going to dive into some Civil War, so I am going to dive into the Black Swan series. I want to dip my toe in very slightly before I get the 3 days of Gettysburg that you guys convinced me to buy. So, yeah, and did I tell you guys, I really like these Spiral rule books. Why can't more companies use Spiral rule books? I don't get it. But again, yeah, and that's what I've heard is it looks great. I've got Most Fearful Sacrifice too. So want to play it as well. It just takes up a lot of space, but I've got it. So I guess we're okay. Wayne. And again, you guys, make sure you tune in. We'll have Wayne on the show later this month, so stay tuned for that. That'll be kind of fun because, like I said, again, we have different opinions when it comes to some war games. So if you guys haven't got to check out Cardboard Commander, go check that out. I've also had some people ask about how they could support the channel, so I went and put up this cup of coffee thing. You can make a little donation as $2 or whatever, but really do appreciate everybody who's done that. I've been overly happy with the amount of people that have taken care of that. Christoph gets a shout out. He was the first person to donate on there, and I really do thank you for that. But you guys should go check out that. If you also get a chance, go check out my blog, my webpage at cardboardcommander.com. That's where I've kind of done some more. I'm doing some blog posts, and I will I'll share that with you here as well. I've done some blog posts, and I've got some things written down here. So if you get a chance. Oh, hey, I don't know if you guys saw this. So I was in Albuquerque, and there was a board game cafe there, which was really pretty cool. I went on a Friday night, and there was 11 o'clock at night. The place was packed, and I actually played Iwo Jima while I was there. So actually played that. Had a lot of people asking about it because it was, of course, a bunch of Euro games. But I saw Jester was playing Galactic Cruise. They had it set up. That game looked amazing. It looked really, really cool. So, again, this little cafe was just really neat. They had nice coffee. I got a little bit of dessert. And, boy, just had a really good time hanging out in there. And I see these things popping up everywhere. So it was really cool. I have to say I really enjoyed I enjoyed my time playing there and doing that. So, but again, go check out cardboardcommander.com. I've got a few things on here, and also you can see what the podcasts are. And then if you want to join the Discord server, just shoot me a note, and I will get you an invite, and we can I'll get you an invite on the Discord server. Let's see. Let's check up with some comments on here. Being a Compass guy, if you're going to buy a few Compass games, which games would you recommend? So that's a great question. And I'll start off with Imperial Tide. Paths of Glory Light. A lot of fun to play. It's got a solo bot, which is really, really good. I I have to say this thing's been one of my favorite games. So I would recommend Imperial Tide. Another one that I would recommend, let me look at my shelf. Lamps Are Going Out is a great game. Fantastic game. Nate hooked me up on that. Any of the Enemy Action Kharkov, I love that game system. That's really a lot of fun. Western Front Ace, bang. You got to get that. Amazing game. Love to play it. The World War II Commander games are good. We played one. Those things are really good, quick to play, easy to play. I know I'm missing one. Trench Raid's great. Pacific Tide. I'm looking forward to Rebel Tide. I know Hexy's probably freaking out because Rebel Tide's going to be like very easy to play. Yeah, Compass, I really like their stuff. And again, I know some people don't, but I really like their Imperial Tide game. I do see that Hexy said that he's playing Fall Blau, and I think that looks really cool. I may be jumping into that pool. That may be a bigger game that I'm thinking about getting. Let's see, what else do we got here? Give this video some. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Wayne. Yeah, give this video some likes. We've got 35 people in here, and I've been talking for an hour, so I would appreciate that. Charles says, I'm usually up between 4 and 6. Yeah, me too, Charles. So come join me for coffee encounters. That would be fun. Yeah, I would love to. If I was independently wealthy, somebody here in Arkansas actually won the Powerball. $473 million cashed out after taxes. That saying that if I wouldn't tell people I won the lottery, but there'd be ways of knowing, I'd probably have a huge game cafe someplace. That would probably be one of the things. We have called beer for Meeples Gaming and beer not a bad time. Yeah, I have to say I like me some beer, and I like playing drinking beer while I'm playing, as long as it's not too bad. Yeah, again, Hexy Fall Blau, that looks really good. I love watching guys. Just wondering how or if you guys rotate games you play. Some of these guys, yeah. So Bill, I do rotate. So I have, if you guys look back here, I have 2 shelves, and that is all I have and all I'm going to have. So when that shelf when they get full, I have to purge. And I have to say, I've still got plenty of games to play. There's still games like Empire of the Sun that has never been broke open. I could play games for the rest of the year and never buy another war game. Now, I'm going to buy some war games, or I get some of them sent to me, which is very nice. But again, it's just, I try to rotate, but I've really made an effort to just keep games that I am playing. Yeah. So if you guys haven't subbed, that'd be great. I mean, we almost made 2,000 for the year, which was awesome. So I was really happy with just the way everything went there. So, but yeah, that's where go check out cardboardcommander.com. Let's see. Oh, I also have Facebook page, all that sort of thing, a group and all that. So on the group, what would you guys like? I've been trying to figure out something to get. So Desert Tide, I haven't played it yet, but I would. I have it, but I haven't played it. So I want to make sure that I need to break that out and play. But so one of the things, what was I gonna say? I lost track of what I was gonna say. I'm also gonna play some sports games this year. I know it's not historical war games, but I do like playing some sports games from time to time. I'm trying to figure out. There was something else I was going to talk about. What was I going to talk about, guys? I don't know. It'll come to me here in a little bit. But again, that's just kind of what I've got set up for 2026. I want to make sure that I keep the momentum going. I want to keep playing games, which I would be doing anyhow. So tell me what you guys would like to see. Tell me what you guys would like to. That's what I was going to say on my Facebook group. I'd like to do something. I don't want to do. I know Tack Up and Jester does the 10-game challenge. I would like to do something like that, but for my channel. So I've had a couple of people say it'd be kind of cool to have, if they're playing a game, to take some pictures of the games they're playing and to share that. That would be kind of cool. Hey, Ruff, how are you, buddy? Hey, I hope I wanted to say again, I've already thanked Nate and a whole bunch of other people, but really want to thank you for inspiring me to do the show. It's been great, and you were a big inspiration to this, and I love watching your channel. And I just want to thank you for the inspiration. You're great. Even the pixelated airplane is awesome. So, but I love watching you guys. You and Tony play. It's just it's some of the best watching I like to do. Maybe I need to get out more, but that's the truth. I love Ameritrash and Adventure Dungeon Crawl games. Yeah, so Wayne, it's kind of funny. I like some Ameritrash games, and I think I would like to play more of them. It's just that they're hard to play solo. Dungeon crawl games, I don't know if I would be much interested. Like I said, Traveler's about the role-playing game I would like to play. But again, I got Sea and Steel from Neva, and that's a game about Columbus. I'm going to actually play it. That would be something that I didn't think I would ever play. So I'm going to try that. Happy New Year, Ruff. Everybody say hi to Ruff. Ruff, I'll just give you a hard time about the pixelated airplane. I love you and Tony. When you guys play together, your stuff it's golden, because some of the stuff you guys say is just classic. Yeah, no, Nate, you're right. I have to say, Nate, you guys on that show, you guys had a great chemistry on that show, and I loved what the chat. Every time Ruff would start mentioning an airplane, everybody would start chiming in with their pixelated picture, comments. It's just too funny, and I think people know the only reason we do it, Ruff, is because we love you and we enjoy what you do. So that's kind of, giving him a hard time about Battle of Britain, the skies over Britain. That was kind of funny. But yeah, he's the one that also made me buy Combat 3. So if it's not good, I'm blaming him. Yeah, so again, I maybe I just need to play some of these games that are out of my wheelhouse. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know where to start. Like I said, that Galactic Cruise looked really cool. One thing I'll say about Euro games, they have some great components. Whoever designed, and the rule book was amazing. Yeah, I wish more American war game companies would do that. Happy New Year, everyone. Yep. Thanks, Charles. Take care. Have a good night. Well, folks, I guess it's probably my cue that we should probably wrap this up. You guys are probably getting tired of hearing me talk. I want to go see who's winning who plays tonight? Georgia, Ole Miss. See who's winning that football game. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be playing some Italy 43 tomorrow. I'll be doing an unboxing of Berlin tomorrow. I think maybe I'll do a playthrough of Iwo Jima online live. This is easy to set up, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing it. But I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do there. So, guys, I really do appreciate everything. Yeah, I saw Alabama. I was surprised they got past out Oklahoma, to be honest with you. So, well, folks, I just want to thank you guys. Christoph, I think I'll see you Tuesday. Have we decided what sides we're going to play? I guess we're going to do that when we do, so we'll do that. Tracy Hubris, we're going to play Tuesday. Jester, hit me up. Let's play something. If they've got that Hoth game online, I would like to play that. If you guys, anybody else who wants to play, hit me up. Let's play a game. I can play some Combat Commander. I could do a few other things. Mike, I'll be hitting you up. Maybe I can get you to join the show in February. Maybe I can get you to do that. Be prepared to go longer than an hour. Yeah, for the two of us, I have a schedule to go 2 hours. It just, if I have a guest, it's easier. I just figure people after about an hour are done hearing me chatter. So, all right, guys. Again, thanks for coming by. I really do appreciate it. Happy New Year. Be safe out there. Have a great weekend. And again, thanks for supporting the Zone of Control podcast and Cardboard Commander. My name is Jerry. I'll be talking to y'all soon. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.